Bring some love over here. Yo, check it out. Thank you.
So, I'm just gonna pull up the playlist a little bit, just show it off.
Yep.
You've been listening to a little bit of the Blossom.
Oh, yeah, the Blossom.
The Blossom.
So they are signed to the new, it's another, Brockhampton adjacent artist.
Okay.
But, they've been putting me on, ever since last year, Not
For
only
sure.
to, their own music, but to different artists that they're, working with, different artists that they're helping produce music for, different artists that they've, signed to, their own record label at this point.
Wow. Okay.
And, yeah, the Blossom is one of those artists. I heard the song that they released, what's it called? Hardcore Happy. That one, as well as the new one, Shapeshifter. It just gives me these really, old school, nostalgic, indie kind of vibes.
Sweet, man. Yeah, spicing up our playlist.
Her voice and her accent, I think it's really good. It's really soft and really nice to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easy on the ears.
Yeah, I was happy to see some diversity on our playlist. Also, Giveon, such a unique voice, and
For sure.
I was glad to see him on our playlist too, for sure. Because another artist to look out for.
So I learned that his Giveon, in terms of his singing,
Mm-hmm.
the style is kind of it's called it's a raised palate singing. That's why it kind of sounds like he's singing with a yawn.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And talking about that, of course, is making me yawn.
Yeah.
But it's different. Him and Sam Smith, those are two guys that sing in that kind of vocal style.
Yeah, that's really unique styles. Yeah, because it is like a yawn. Never thought of it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, awesome.
And we're not even good now.
All right, well, let me wake you up a little bit. Let's talk about this new album or a couple tracks I've been listening to. It's a soundtrack from the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. Haven't watched the movie yet. Couple standout tracks for me. So anytime JID's on something, I'm trying to listen to that. So he's on our playlist.
True.
So one of them was on that soundtrack album, and then the other two I think were just his own releases. One with Denzel Curry, one on his own. Yeah, he just has one of the best spitting bars in the game, in my opinion. He's just straight fire, and I love to catch those moments. I threw on Freddie
What else
Gibbs.
they got in there?
Sorry.
Yeah, that was a really good track. I'm surprised I didn't hear that before you
Yeah.
put it on the playlist, Because is that the one with Schoolboy Q?
Yeah, Schoolboy Q, gang signs. Waking up and throw a gang sign. Yeah, awesome
That
track
was
for
another
sure.
one that kind of surprised me because Schoolboy and Freddie, they're another pair of artists. They're also very energetic with their songs.
Mm-hmm.
But similarly, to the Denzel Curry tracks, I found that one also to be very melodic and really catchy.
Yeah.
What Schoolboy was singing on that, right?
Yeah, he was basically singing on that, and I haven't heard a track from Schoolboy Q in a while, so nice to know he's alive. Yeah, this is definitely a hype track because Freddie Gibbs is at a pinnacle of his of his hype in a way. So then I figure that was a great addition to get Schoolboy on that. So I'll just talk a little bit more about some older albums that I put on. MF Doom, rest in peace, passed away. And, so I've been looking for his other music, he goes by so many alter egos that it's hard to find, but stumbled upon one of his alter egos, which is King Hydra, which is, from my understanding, is actually who Godzilla faces in one of the old Godzilla movies. He's he's a three-headed dragon, and I haven't seen these old movies, but that's where the inspiration of the name came from. And he's a three-headed dragon, also to represent the amount of rappers on this album, because it's not just MF Doom, it's a bunch of other New York underground rappers who really I've never even heard of. And so a lot of tracks dealing with their New York style. There is a villainous feel to this album. MF Doom is always depicting himself as a villain, so King Hydra also fighting Godzilla, another villain type of character. There's a couple other tracks that are kind of conscious kind of rap where they're whoa, you can kind of understand their perspective a little bit more, which they're sprinkling it all together, and then boom, it came together to have a really good album. A good throwback for me to see what he was capable of. Oh, lastly, Cookin' Soul. He's another producer. So I guess I could even compare him to Kenny Beats because I only know him as
Okay.
producing, and all the songs on the album that I've been checking out, that couple songs that are on our playlist, is from I believe it's called Whenever, Volume 2, or no, Whenever Volume 4. Sorry, and so he ended up getting like a Kendrick Lamar verse that was like from 2012 that was unreleased,
Oh.
and
wow,
like
okay.
that's what I heard it was from. Like I heard it was like an old Lamar song,
Yeah.
and like he threw that on a song. He got a Mos Def freestyle, randomly
Oh,
threw
okay.
that on a song. You know, one of my favorite songs is called Facts and Jacks. I don't even know.
Sorry, Marvin. Can you hear my phone vibrating? It's watch on Twitter. That's why it's vibrating. Did a trade just go down?
Wolves report. All right. Yeah.
All
I'll
right. Yeah.
just
Anyways, back to the music.
I'll just wrap up what I was saying with Cookin'
Yeah.
Soul. The album is from 2020, and so I still threw it on our playlist because I couldn't stop listening to the Facts and Jacks and a bunch of songs from his
Yeah.
album too. So you know, he's just a producer. All his other music is like just production beats. You know, but I don't know how exactly this project came together. He just got a bunch of random like verses and put them on an album, and you know, it sounds really nice and jazzy, and it sounds
That's
like
a really interesting, creative way to like put stuff together. You know.
yeah, I thought so too for sure. Because every song is different artists. He has the Wu-Tang Clan on one song too. Different artists came together just randomly. He put them together at least. Like just a mysterious album to me that like I stumbled upon and just couldn't stop playing it.
That's what's really good about Spotify and different streaming services now, is that so much old music and like old albums and older artists, it's so easy to find. You know, it's so accessible for you, for me, for everyone around, that if we missed an album from last year, if there's an album from like 40 years ago that we haven't heard,
honestly,
just type up the artist on Spotify, you can like find it just like that. You know.
Hey, we live in the future, man. We gotta take advantage of
We're
it,
living
right?
in the future. Speaking of the future, Future Proof. I saw that you put one of those songs on the playlist.
For sure.
Have you been listening to that project like a lot since it dropped?
Yeah, like I haven't been listening to it like excessively, I guess. Like not as much as I thought I would. But every time I go back to it, I still really enjoy it. So I just thought I'd have to put something on there, you know, really
For sure.
really embrace that that his concept, you know.
I think the one track that you put on there, that was my favorite as well. So I would have to agree with you on if you were going to put like one track from that on the playlist to recommend. Okay, and what about like the other like Beast Coast artists, like in the Caution? How have those projects been like a few months later?
Yeah, I think it still holds up pretty good. I think like I'm about to like transition to like something like new. Like I think I might have like got it out of like my system now. Like I expect more pro era, so we'll see. We'll see what happens this year. You know, more expectations, more hype, really.
I think like they can only go up from here. You know.
For sure, yeah.
They're still just like improving and getting better individually, but like also as a group. They're working more collaboratively with each other. Like I think on one of those tracks there was an Eric R. Elliott feature.
Yeah.
It's like Flatbush. They're not just like sticking together. They're kind of like branching out more, right? Which is a good thing because like as a group they're really talented and I really like their music, but they're also really good individually and they have different kind of styles. When brought together, they complement each other really well and can complement other artists as well. We're
gonna see what each of them can do, you know, and I feel like they're going to be able to figure out where they're going to go in their careers. You know, they've made it so far as a group. They're probably going to see how people react to it and to see where they can go from their career, right? You know, I'm not too sure what they're up to with their careers, but I'm here waiting for that music.
And we're ready to receive it from them, from everyone.
We can wrap this up now. 2021, March 2021.
March 2021. So far within the year, we got the Bruno Mars and there's a pack. We got the new Drake. We got the Denzel Curry, like the 1.5 remix album. A lot of good has come out so far, and there's still so much time left in the year. We're really excited to see what bigger artists bring, and also what like new, smaller, undiscovered artists bring as well. A lot can happen, and Marvin, Matt, and Music will be here to keep you guys informed.
All right, yeah. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for checking out the video.
Yep. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we're out. We'll see you guys in the next one.
All right.